Good evening. Back. All right. And I went through, I fixed all the errors in the spell. So let's start the game again. It took a little bit. Man, let me tell you, I was watching a live streamer, right? And everyone's playing like Hades 2. And I mean, it looks good. I'll probably try it as well. Man, some of the music in Hades 2 are like bangers. They are really good. So I was listening to one of those songs. I will hop into this world. We'll hop into this world. I will test things, and then I will delete the world. Ragnarok it. Turn up the music a little so I can hear it better. That's better. Alright, so I should be able to cast any and all spells. Let's pull out the Reaper Staff, just because I want to. Okay, let's pull out Cold Snap. Let's pull out a buff. You know, let's do a utility, Surface Ascent. And I need to get my automatic level up wand. There it is. And I need a... There it is, a Sanctum. Let's Soulbind to it. And we're gonna pop these spells in here. Let's get some prisms out. Oop. Transmutation! Alright, and let's take a snapshot of that. Little butterfly. Okay, so I should be able to... Well, first of all, let's make sure I can cast Cold Snap. I'm naked! Yep. That looks pretty good. No instant cast abilities. Ugh, look at that. I gotta update that. Stat bonus. 9,000! That's messed up. Let's fix that before I forget here. I'm gonna move it off to the side so I can, like, see it. There we go. So this is gonna be in the GUI. GUI. Now, my question is, does the spell book also say the incorrect stuff? No, it does not. I did change it in there, so 90 blocks. Boop. So, you know what? Yeah, I will do this. I'm gonna have to change a lot here. So let's go into the spellcasting tool GUI. Okay, here we go. Cast time, duration, stats. This is what I'm gonna want to change. Man, this is gonna be a royal pain in the butt. Oh, man. I like it. Oh, wait, that was the old way of doing it. Oh, God. All right, so I'm going to have to add an if statement here. I'm going to have to have different versions of this. Spell range, spell damage. That. So it's going to have to be here. So if... Okay. This is going to get sloppy pretty quick. I'm going to paste that there. I'm going to make a copy of this to preserve the original. I'm going to cut that out. And I'm going to paste it here. So basically, I'm going to say if the stats is greater than 0 and the spell equals... What is the spell called? Surface Ascent? Aw, man, I'm gonna have to do, like, Surface Ascent 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3. These are gonna have to be ors. And let's close this off. So it needs to be higher than that. There we go. Boop. Why isn't this looking right? Am I missing something here? Oh, I didn't copy the whole thing. Okay, that makes sense. There we go. There we go. So that means I'm going to need to copy this up here. And I'm going to have to say, and this doesn't equal this. Go put those in there. I'm going to have to make this an and. And there we go. And I could also simplify that. So I'm going to have to do this for all the unique spells here. So that's Surface Ascent. Now I can actually change what that is. So let's not do... so what is this? GUI stats. Let's get rid of the multiplication because we don't need that. So we'll save and fireball that in. So that goes back down to 90. Now I need to say the blocks for it. So I gotta have the blocks. Let me take a look at the spell again. I should just pull out another one from Creative. Surface Ascent. So I call it depth. I say depth and then 30 blocks. Let's look at the spell Surface Ascent. I can't remember if I have it set as stats or range. Surface Ascent 2. So I have it as stats for the range. So difference equals stats. Should I redo the spell? I maybe should redo the spell to have range. You know what? It's fine. I'm going to leave this as is. Because I already have it here. So instead of this, I'm going to say depth. Oops. Do that. I can do that. Let's get rid of the whole mod ID part of it. Depth 90. Oh, and I need blocks. I want it to be the same, right? So 90 blocks. 30 blocks, 60 blocks, and 90 blocks. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, I want to take a snapshot of this spell. Vexus! Yes, I am back. I'm all showered up. I fixed up all the issues. Good to go. Yee! I don't stink anymore! Alright, Surface Ascent 3. Wait a minute, do I have Surface Ascent 3 in there? Wow, I do. Cool. Alright, let's test these out. So I should be able to use this. We'll just dig a little bit. I'll make the spell work for it. So it should work here. Wow, 4-second cast time. Boop. And it looks like it did not take any mana. Sweet! It works! Yay! Here, let's put another one of these down. Let's make sure... Wait, Cold Snap. Let's stand in it. Let's take a snapshot. You have to stand in it from the beginning. There we go. Snapshot of that. How much mana do I have? 127. Cast 1. Cast 2. And I still have 127. Boom! But if I just cast a spell normal... Yep. It does indeed take mana. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Stinky! Not stinky anymore. Okay, geez, what's the next thing to do here? There's a lot to do, but... what am I working on specific? You know what? Let's go back into the configs. Let me make sure I finished everything that I was working on right before I rushed off stream. So that is our new config for the durability cost. Oh yeah, let's make sure... I took a snapshot of a couple spells, so... Actually, I took a snapshot of that, so that was 90. Cold Snap is at 100, didn't I? Interesting. I did take a snapshot of Cold Snap, right? Try it again. Beep, 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 beep. 100% still. Okay, so something is not quite working with Cold Snap. Let's take a look at the staff logic, which should be right here. Okay, so it should be in here. So this is going to be in slot 2. I probably fat-fingered something. I'm always messing up. Okay, so current casting tool, spell name only. So if the spell name equals the collectible name, let's see what it thinks both of these are. I forgot to change all of these to 1s. That's what it was. I'm so confident I'm going to comment that print statement back out. Because I did all my troubleshooting with the first slot. I forgot to propagate that to the others. So now it should affect all the slots. Wow, look at that broken animation. I love it. It's so great. Wonderful. All right, and interesting. Try that again. Maybe I had to take it out and put it back in. Oh, wait, that was transmutation. Hold on. There we go. The ice spell. So how many seconds should you have to cast? Still 100%. All right, so there is something wrong. I guess my overconfidence got me. Got him. All right, so that's inventory slot 2. So if this is greater than 1, so if it has any attributes, I take a look at these two things, make sure a secondary test happens, and then item, damage item, inventory 2, which is correct, and then the durability cost. How much do you think this is? You think it's 10, which would be correct. I'm going to save, log out, and log back in here. I'm going to shut down. We're going to rebuild. Oh, we're going to drown! When I was a kid playing this, like, it'd start to suffocate and like, and you like hold your breath while you play. Anyone else ever do that? Oh my god, it's almost 9 already. I knew I shouldn't have cleaned. Yes. Good, I'm not alone. Here, let's put this surface ascent in there too. Why not? Whoops. All right, so cold snap. I should actually see it update from here. No. Let's try the other surface ascent as well. See if it's just cold snap having the issue, or does surface ascent 1 have an issue as well. Nope. Does only surface ascent 3 work? Insufficient mana. Talking back to me. All right. So I'm thinking I should have a 12-second cast time. Oh, I gotta fix those animations. Let's try and fix those animations as well. %. So it works in item slot 1. Isn't that interesting? But it's not working in the other item slots. So it works here. And not here. Or here, or here. Okay. Let's take this line by line. This is not... Oh, wait. It is a nested if statement. That is a problem. Because if there is an item in the... Oh, that's what it's working exactly the way I typed it. Shoot. Okay. I have to get rid of the nested if statement here, because what's happening is it sees a book in here, so it's going in here, and then it does the check to see, like, is this book the same, you know, is this the book that you're casting the spell with, right? Are we taking a snapshot of this book? Obviously it's no, but you're already in here, so then it just skips the rest of the logic. I'm going to have to do individual if statements here, and then I'm going to have to put returns at the end. That way we kick ourselves out. See, I don't want duplicate grimoires to, like, just because you have 2 spells that are named the same doesn't mean that you should be taking durability from everything. Oop. There we go. I bet it works now. All right, let's put down another one of these. Let's do cold snap. Too far away to see it. 90%. There we go. Now we are taking durability. We are taking it all. Fritz, I know Fritz is around. Did you get more signatures on that proposal of yours? So I'm gonna pool people here. I know Fritz is around. I know he's around. He's always within everyone's heart, right? So there's an idea that when you take a snapshot of a spell, that the regular durability should not go down only. It should be the maximum durability of your sanctum. Or not your sanctum, but your spell. Right? So this would, instead of 90 out of 100, it would be like 90 out of 90. Is that too extreme? I haven't reached out yet. I'm helping you right now. We got a couple people watching. We will pull it right now. I think people would string me up by my balls if I did that. They would bring out their pitchforks and torches. It's too extreme. For a one-time use, you have to give us 5 charges, right? Like it's gonna be the debate, right? Everyone's gonna want a bargain. Okay, let's see if we can make the animations this smooth. 15 minutes to generate a potentially worse grimoire after destroying my good one. Yeah, not so interested. Zing! There's one response, Fritz. There's one. You know, because the way I see it, if I take away just the regular durability, you have time, right? Like, you can repair the grimoire and bring it back to 100%. It's just, if you're duplicating spells, you gotta watch what you're doing, right? Ideally, as long as you don't die or anything, you can get 9 spells out of a grimoire before you have to repair it. Now, if your grimoire is really low and you die, there's a chance that grimoire goes bye-bye. So it may benefit you to make sure your stuff is fully repaired, at least above 50%. Now, another thing to be said about this, and I can change this in the future, I will have a way to salvage grimoires, and I will have a way to enhance grimoires as well from that salvaged material. So if you end up rolling really bad on a couple spells, I think the way I'm going to do it is I will drop, like, you know, an incantation of invocation, or, you know, whatever the spell school is, right? And you'll be able to apply that in whatever way I come up with to a grimoire to reduce mana cost or increase the damage, right, up to those random caps. So even if you are incredibly unlucky, here, let me pull up stuff here. So let's pull out the old spreadsheet. Boop. Right, so you have minimum and maximum here, so you could reduce cast time, right? So some of these spells, like, you know, Rust Orb, you can make that 6 seconds, right? Down from 24. Damage, right? You can base damage, you can up it to 24 points of damage, right? So I think in a system where you can enhance grimoires and you can get really good grimoires, I could see maximum durability being an issue, so long as I also add a way for you to recover the grimoire durability. You know what I mean? Possibly. I don't know. Maybe. Let's fix this animation. This makes me sad. Look at it. I feel the tears from here. What have you done to me, Master? You've brought me into the world as this abomination. I'll lick your tears, yeah. Every breath I take without your approval raises my self-esteem. Your tears sustain me. Oh god, I gotta wrestle with the VS model creator. Oh. Strap in, everyone. Here we go. Let's try and loosen up. At least it could buy me dinner first, right? At least it should buy me dinner first. Okay, so spin. I would not be opposed to having the maximum durability recovered, but it should not be cheap. Oh yeah, right? Like, and that's the thing. I need to brainstorm with other people, right? Like, I don't have all the answers. But hopefully us all together can have more answers. You know? Like, I think for an initial release, so I don't get struck with feature creep, obviously this update was all about making spells work and look better. Adding spells. Adding this duplication method. There is no way I'm going to be getting the whole grimoire repair and enhancement system in this update. Unless you guys want to wait another month. You know what I mean? But feature creep! So for now, having it just take regular durability, and it's configurable. So if someone doesn't want it, they could just configure it to 0 and it shouldn't take any durability for duplicating spells, right? But this is the bare minimum. This is like wearing pants in public, I think. A basic system, because who knows? Maybe people are like, oh, it's kind of lame. You know, it deadens the whole mage appeal if you could just create spell scrolls and give them to non-magic users, right? I don't know what feedback I'm going to get from this yet. Everything seems like a good idea until people start playing with it. Yeah, and I got to change that too. Okay, so one thing at a time. Animation. Boop. This right here needs to not do what it's doing. Where is it? Model creator. Boop. File. Open. So crazy. Duplication on. Open. Alright, keyframe. Delete. Throw it in the garbage. You know, throw that one in the garbage too. Alright, let's bring this down to 18 frames. Frame 0, we are going to start with ring 1. Ring 2. Okay, ring 1. Bam. Ring 2 and ring 3. I'm going to reorder this a little bit. There we go. So what I'm doing, if you see me looking over here, is I already I still have this up. This is the creative rotor, the way it's doing the spinning. So it's using 18 frames. I'm going to pretty much mimic this with the offsets to see if that has a better rotational transition. I think with this, it's going to be really fast at first, and then I can throttle it down once I get something that looks like it works, but I'm fine with it being temporary stopgap. Yeah, exactly, right? I mean, we all still need to brainstorm here what the heck the Bastion's even gonna do, right? Gotta figure that out too, eventually, at some point. 1, 2. Bop. Bop. And bop. 3, 4. Cube. Cube and cube. 5, 6. Rotate. 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 Right? This is exactly what it's doing, right? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That is it. Weird, but I guess it will do. 6, 7, 8. 10. 11, 12. 13, 14. And 16. So I'm going to cheat with this. I'm going to save this. And now I'm going to open it up as a text file here. I'm going to open it up in here. I think it's going to be a lot easier just to type in the values directly into the shape. At least for me, anyways. Okay, now I got to find it here. Let's minimize some of the stuff. This is what we're looking for. Animations are at the bottom. See, now I can just put in all the stuff here. So I'm going to need rotation on the y-axis, so that's going to be fine. 45 is going to be the next one, so we'll do 45, 45, 45. All right, and then we have 90, 90, 90. Oh my god, this one window keeps popping up in the way. Amazing. And then we have 135. Now we have 180. Whoops. It's better, as I mistype things. I'm not going to be staying up too late tonight. I do have work in the morning, and I kind of have been irresponsible with my sleep habits as of late. See when it does that. There we go. So now it goes down to negative 135, and then we have a negative 90. And then we have a negative 45. Negative, negative. And then I think it goes back to... Wait a minute. Something's not quite right here. Oh, man. Do I have to shift everything? Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. Son of a biscuit. What did I mess up? Frame 0 is 0. 2 is 45. 4 is 90. 8 is 135. Oh, it jumped from 4 to 8. That was my problem. So that should be 8. That should be 10. You know what? No. 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 45. So I'm going to make an executive decision here. We're going to get rid of the 16 there. 18, 17, 16. I'll make 16 here. So we start at 0. Going to go from 14. There we go. We'll try that. I'm going to fireball it in. And we're just going to reload. We're going to run with it. This is where the game crashes. Everything blows up. My overconfidence smacks me in the face. Well... the same as this! You know, it may not be exactly the same. Let's take a look. Oh, stop. Okay, yep. It's not exactly the same. I need to do ease out and then repeat. So instead of stop, let's do ease out and then on animation end, repeat. It's so quick! Vice, that's gonna hurt my eyes. You need to have a disclaimer for seizures. Thank you. Alright, start up. This shit doesn't work at all! This is bullcrap! actually worse than what I... It is actually worse right now. I have gone backwards. That's great. I love it. Wonderful. Perfect. You know what? This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do 16, 14, 12. We're gonna do 10. We're gonna do 8. It skips 6, right? Skips 6 and then goes to 4. And then 2, then 0. This goes up to 18. This is identical now to this. Except I'm rotating it on the y-axis instead of the z. Reload. Pull an EQ dev and roll back. We had to roll back the servers today. I remember that stuff. This is bullshit! Why are animations so janky in this game? Why? Look, you could see the fact that I skipped because it slows down. I despise everything about this. It should feel bad. You know what? Get out of my world. You know, maybe it was just that one was a bad apple. This is crap. This is exactly why I saved this right here. This is exactly why I did that. We're living it. I'm just gonna copy this. We're gonna pretend this didn't happen. I don't know why animations are butthole. I don't know. It's crap. It's terrible. What if I do stop instead of ease out? What if I do stop? What will it do? All right, let's just get that off the screen. Just terrible. Terrible. I should probably ask why it does that. Oh, I hate that. Oh. See, and now it's like, okay, I got you. Like, ugh. You know what? Maybe instead of ease out. No, I have stopped and then I have repeat. So I think this gets me the closest, right? This should be at least a quick little glitch. Yeah, see, at least it's quick and then it goes back. Yay. Right, because I start at one extreme. And I pretty much go right to the other extreme. Yeah. I don't know. It's all, it's crazy. We'll just ignore this for now. Maybe someone out there knows how to fix this. That person ain't me right now. Throw those. Hey, little piggy. Okay, well, I'm gonna break that. You know what? No, I'm not. I'm gonna keep that open here. Rotor, creative rotor. That and that. Different things. All right. What am I going to do now? So the core, you know what? Let's change this a little bit. I want you to have a scroll in your offhand that you inscribe this onto. You know what I mean? You have the scroll. The runic scroll. Or should I just have it be like a piece of parchment? Why are my items not coming? There we go. I'm like, where are my items right now? Should it be a parchment? Could it be a temporal fragment? The runic scroll? I don't know. Let's pull out a random one here. Spell Scroll Cyclone. Does it make sense that that becomes that? So my idea here, so the way things are going now is you stand on this, I spawn an item, but every once in a while, and I'm not sure why, it spawns 2 items. Like, drops them in the ground. On the ground. I don't want that to happen because I don't want someone else to pick up one of your scrolls. So I want to put it right in your offhand. And then that made me think, well, would it make sense to have like a scroll? Like, should you be converting a runic scroll or maybe some parchment into, like you're casting it and you capture it in your other hand, right? And this is your catalyst for it. Does that make sense? Or should I just have it to where you have to have your offhand be empty to be able to duplicate a prism, and then I put a magic scroll in your hand? Does that make sense? I don't even need this to be a prism. Honestly, I could put, like... It could be, like, actual parchment that you put down. Like, I could make a placeable parchment. Something cheap, right? So let's do... Oh, I got some runic scrolls. Oh, I made them not ground placeable. But right, I could have it to where you put it down, and then that could be in the center. You cast transmutation on it, and then it lights up. And then you have to have your offhand free, and then you convert the bottom into the scroll. I think that would be a pretty good transition. Because this doesn't have to be a prism. This was a prism back when, the idea was first hatched. Like, oh, it's like a crystal. This actually originally was a spell. So you would cast it, it would be like a ball, and then wherever it was, right, the closest whole block, it would then spawn the item, and then it would just start rotating. If you're able to remove the blank parchment and add a scroll, that's the safest bet. When you have to prepare by forcing the offhand to comply. So you're in favor of putting like a runic scroll in your offhand, right? That way you have like the runic scroll. Honestly, you know what I would do? Because remember, like for runic scrolls, I have 4 different tiers of it. I think it's going to be a little too annoying. R-U-N-I-C, runic scroll, here we go. I think it'd be annoying to have like, oh, I'm doing, or maybe it makes sense, right? To have like a tier 4 runic scroll in your offhand to be able to copy a tier 4 spell. I just have to make sure that the cost of duplicating a spell isn't so damning, that would prevent players from wanting to really make use of it. Already, it's going to take quite a bit of time, right? It's going to be maybe 12 seconds of casting, which isn't a big deal by itself. It's going to take, I think, like 1.5 mana. Although I'm going to lower that back down to like just whatever the mana cost is. And then it does durability damage to your grimoires. right? So that's already a handful of things. The durability damage itself is pretty damning. That's like the biggest bite. Everything else, like, I mean, there may be some impatient people out there who are like, oh no, I don't want to stand still for 12 seconds casting a spell. Vice, 12 whole seconds, really? You know what I mean? Because what I could do is I could either make it to where like a runic scroll, you got to put it in your offhand, right? Like if you want to cast if you want to snapshot a tier 1 spell, you have to have like the runic scroll tier 1, right? That, or what I think I probably want to do more is, since this opens up at tier 2, which means that a tier 2 mage can start taking snapshots of their tier 1 spells, which could come in handy, right? Because this won't take mana, so you can like prepare for battle, you know, to compensate for not having a lot of, you know, spell slots. So since it's a tier 2 thing, I can make an item. I could call it like a blank vellum parchment, or, you know, something like that, like a blank scroll, or, you know, just maybe a regular, like an inert spell scroll, right? Something that is generic, something that you can maybe make bulk of, and something that may not, because the other part of this is I can't really have it a stackable item. Like right now, runic scrolls, you can stack them up to, what, 16. Problem is, when you put that in your offhand, and then I overwrite and turn that in, you don't have space, right? Because I'm either deleting the other 15 runic scrolls to put this spell in, or it's just dropping on the ground, which is not what I want it to do. I want it to, like, appear in your hand, from the ground to your hand. So I'm thinking, make a new item, right? And really, it's not even a new item, because I call this tool Prism. I can just say, like, okay, it's not a prism, right? It's going to be a runic, or not a runic scroll, but like an inert spell scroll. And then you could cast transmutation on it to prime it, right? Let's do that. I'm making the executive decision right now. Boom. It's done. Consider it in the game. He's so brave. Oh, wait, let me go to new here. There. That never happened. I never tried to do any animation stuff on this. What are you talking about? Okay, so for the prism here, let's hide that. Let's hide. Oh, we need the circles. These symbols are what I'm gonna have to hide, right? So basically, it's just gonna, you know what? Instead of hide, I'm just gonna delete them. I already have a duplicate of this, and it's saved on GitHub. What I don't like is things to be out of order, right? So we're gonna save that. Let me get out of keyframes there. We are going to go File, Import, Items, Runic Scroll. Where are you? Runic. No, that's Runic Parchment. Tools, Runic Scroll. Spells? There it is. Runic Scroll. Open. Look at that. It's almost like it knew what I wanted to do. File. Save. Oh my god. I hate that it does this. Like, look at... I hate this model creator so much. So much. It siphons the soul out of me when I have to use it. Okay. Now that I think I'm done being dramatic for now. Yeah, relatable. It sucks. I'm like, I just want to, and then it's, yeah, shut down, because now it's all glitched out, and I can full screen it, but as soon as I hover over something else, it's going to start to go all janky again. It's like, oh god, it's hard enough making a mod. Can I just have the tool work, please, right? Like, bring in Blockbench. Let's get some compatibility with Blockbench or something else. Bring it in. Bring in those devs. Pay the people. All right, I need to look at the runic scroll. My fury has clouded my judgment. I'm trying to stay composed, but inside I am cursing out that model creator. What the hell am I looking for right now? I really am blind with anger. I'm looking what I'm looking for is the what the hell did I just copy? I'm tired. I had a really long day. Spells. Here we go. Wait, no, spell icon. It was the runic scroll. That's what it is. Here we go. Runic scroll. This is what I wanted. Jeez, man. GUI. These are the keys that I want. Copy. Prism of duplication. So I need to close that out. Go back up to the top. Work in progress disabled. Tool prism. Paste those in there. I gotta do some wicked cleanup here. I toyed with Blender some years ago. It was way better than that program. Well, honestly, I remember back when I first started, right? It was like, what, Dr. Mr. Crayfish, you know, the furniture mod. The guy put his, you know, his thing out, you know, for his, you know, to make models and stuff. That was better than this. It breaks my heart. All right, let's get down here. There we go. So the textures did not come over. Oh, let me actually take a look here. Let's see. Missing mapping for texture code magic. How original am I? It's missing the code for magic, but it's right there. Oh, wait a minute. It's probably seeing all of this. Hold on. Let me just comment all of that out. Everything else should be fine. Here one. Lore marked magic. It's not seeing any of that stuff. Oh, it's because I imported it. Hold on. Where is it? Is this it? No. Yeah, this is it. Magic. Yep. So this is it. So it's not seeing any of this. We got lore marked, we got scroll paper, we got the decal. Wonder if it's because I need to change this. Do 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 do. Yeah, it is not happy right now. Not happy at all. I should probably rewrite this. Yeah, Mr. Crayfish did some good furniture. Yeah, right. He got that right. That man was pretty good. Pretty darn good. I like Lycanites mobs too. That was another good mod. That was like one of my staple mods. So skip variant. Textures, animation on and animation off. Material 1, material 2. Items, runic scroll. I mean, there's not... I may have to shut this off and then like go back in, like rebuild and then go back in. One of my favorites, Lycanites mobs. Yeah, that was actually the inspiration for my my Eldritch Creatures mod. That mod, because like I mean all the creatures and everything, like they looked so good. I liked how like they would interact, right? Like the raptors. I loved the, you know, the events that would happen, like, you know, poop party and arachnophobia, and you know when something like that was going to happen, shit was gonna hit the fan. You knew you were gonna have one heck of a time. Get inside, close the doors. Oh my god! Dedicated my cockatrices to them, yeah. Yeah, that's why I wanted to do like I love the banshees that he made. So that's what my floating eye was kind of like inspired by the banshees with the eyes. This is bullcrap! Look at this, it's not even like... What if I just delete these here? Let's just try to delete... I think it's going to be like the same thing. Let's pull out the regular scroll here. So that's what it thinks. So it's not being mapped correctly right now. Yeah. It's not being mapped right. Okay, so I'm going to have to... It makes sense to have me just come up with a new name. What is this thing going to be called? The prism is not... I don't want it to be a prism. I want it to be like a... Should I just call it a spell scroll? Like an inert spell scroll. Or an empty spell scroll. Yeah, some of those events were crazy. Some of those events were funny, right? Like the poop party one, right? Spawning all the monkeys that you know, like throw their poop. Like that was funny. That was pretty funny. Yeah, oh no, it's all white. Alright, so I gotta come up with a name. I might as well just do all the renaming and everything since I have to untangle this mess. It's just gonna be easier if I can, you know, get rid of all this stuff. So what, empty spell scroll? Probably what I want. You can imply that it has purpose by calling it something like prepared spell scroll. I like that. I like that. A prepared spell scroll. Enchanted spell scroll? ChatGPT. Chop chop. Wake up. I need your brain power. First world problems here. Give me names for a spell scroll that copies a spell. An echoing grimoire. A mimic manuscript. Oh, ChatGPT, why did you tell me that? A scroll of mimicking. I want to make a mimic now. Mimic monster. Let's imagine. Can you imagine a freaking mimic monster? It was one of it, you know what? It was one of the monsters I wanted to make for my Eldritch Monsters mod. Freaking mimic monster. I was gonna have it polymorph into like flowers and stuff. And then when you got close, it would just like attack you. I actually had an idea too for because I wanted to make alpha versions of all of my creatures. So like the stalkers, the spiders, like there would be like a queen, like alpha, and it would make a web nest and it would spawn, you know, the little males. And then I had one for the hollows, the skeletons, where a skeleton like lich would spawn and then it would make a graveyard. And those kind of things, the way I would make it is those would be hard to see during the day because the skeletons sleep. So they collapse down. So you'll be walking into like weeds and everything, and you wouldn't realize that you walked right into the makeshift graveyard. And then the skeletons would all stand up and start attacking you. I'm evil! An echo scroll. Ooh. An echo scroll. Mimic manuscript. Mimic spell scroll. I don't know. I don't know. What should we... Mimics are great, but eek. You remember that mimic I made sometime? Yeah, I do. I do. Oh man, yeah, we had talked about mimics. I like danger in the world. Give me a reason to like survive. Yeah, Tyrone reacted to it. It was so funny. God. So what am I calling this thing? What am I calling this thing? It turns into a spell scroll, right? But I don't have to have the name spell scroll in there, right? This could be like a mimic scroll. This could be a... I think echo scroll sounds pretty good, right? Imagine like an echo scroll. I don't know, what do we think? I just need this name. All I need. We're going back into my creative world. Yes. Echo toilet paper. How could you? Binding parchment. But I do want it, I want it to look like a binding scroll. Does that make sense? Hey, at least it still glows, huh? It still glows. Make it daytime. Those are depressing me now. Wow, this world and I have been through a lot. Is that an animal over there? Is it dead? No, just sleeping. You are sleeping, right? Yeah, you are. Okay. Resistance to earth magic. Captain Oates. He's struggling with naming an item classic. Yeah, you know what? Actually, Echo Bind. Put the names together. Echo Bind, binding. Like the only thing I require is it should say scroll in it. I want this. I think it would be cool, like it's a rolled up scroll, and then when it's done, the scroll opens, right? And it has a snapshot of your spell icon there. So I want it to say scroll. How's my farm doing? Oh no, everything's cold damaged. Oh no. There we go. Greenhouse, all fixed. Amazing. Bind scroll. Bind scroll, huh? Bind scroll. Now, I will say this. There is a spell that I was going to put in called Bind Soul. Anyone who plays EQ probably knows what it does. But if actually binding, then that's more problem. Or yeah, see. I mean, I could do binding or bind scroll. Maybe I could call it the scroll of binding. Because if I do something like scroll of binding, then maybe people wouldn't confuse it with bind soul. Oh yeah, that's good too. All right. Perfect. binding, scroll, binding. Cut that out so it would be scroll of binding. So brave. I guess I could get rid of the type, huh? Because there's not really... It's going to have an on and off state. That's all this is going to have. I'll comment it out for now. I may come back to it. Means I can skip the variants, because those variants just don't exist anymore. We will throw it right in there. I want the off version. Tool Prism! We'll say this is going to be considered a tool. Blocks. All right, let me look at blocks. I think the shape is... That doesn't look right. Maybe it does look right. maybe that's not so bad. I'll put a dash here, and I will say, what was it? State? So I'll have tool, scroll of binding, and I'll put the state in. Let's go ahead and copy over this and this. Copy. I need to shut down the game because we got to make a new folder. This will be tool, scroll of binding. I'll paste those in. For this particular thing, I'll put my classic ZZZ dash to let me know that it is in hibernation. Anyways, I'm going to head off, just checking in. Make sure you check out that Soul Mask game I sent there. Yeah, I did see Soul Mask. I will watch people play it first, though, just to make sure I want to play it. I've seen a lot of games kind of coming out where, look at Enshrouded, right? It's like, whoa, it's so cool, and then you start to play it, and you're like, this has as much depth as, like, you know, a puddle, right? Like, I could stand it and not get my shoes wet. That's a problem. Problem! Roll of binding. Yeah, it may be a free demo, but, you know, I also played the Enshrouded, you know, demo as well, and that was free. Free demo doesn't mean, you know, like, free demo, that means I can watch someone else play it. And if it looks good, then I'll hop in. Yeah, it's very Conan-like. Yeah, it could be very Conan-like, but I mean, even in the current, like, expansions, right? Their most recent one, I'm not really feeling. It doesn't feel like Conan to me. You know what I mean? But I will watch people play it. I got a couple of days if I want to get in there. Yeah, and that's the thing. My time, unfortunately, is limited. And I think that's just, you know, that's life. But as time goes on, you know, that limitation should be alleviating itself little by little. Want to make sure I spelled all of this right. We will have an off state. We will have an on state. I can delete all of this. I think dropped by. There we go. Let's get rid of the rest of this. There, we'll drop the right item now. Okay, we will save this. I need to rename the file. Tool Prism! I don't think so. Not today, Satan. Have a nice one. Might speak with you tomorrow. Yeah, it sounds good. I will, yeah, I'll be around. I have a remote day tomorrow. So long as nothing breaks. I will have a remote day tomorrow. Which means I won't have to like drive in, so I could start live streaming at 3:30 Eastern time. All of this looks pretty good, dare I say. Roll of binding, we got the state. I do need to change this here. Scroll of binding. Copy. Paste. Save. Alright, now we have to go down to here. Let's go into the block. Man, I'm getting tired. My eyes, you know, I think it's the lights. Starting to get a little bit of a headache. Circle prism! Is that really what I called it? Circle prism? Ah, I failed! Failure! Here we go, scroll of binding. Let me just double check. Aha! See, this is why I double check. I had a feeling I was calling this in a couple other places. Boop. That's better. So it's going to be unhappy until I change this. Hey, that worked. Cool. Oh, and there's only one occurrence there. Nice. Entity. How are things going? They are going well. I'm not gonna be up too much longer. Headaches setting in here. It could also be from me not. Oh wait, tool prism is what I wanted to overwrite. Barnacles, man. Barnacles. All right. Actually, I think I can get rid of the circle prism that I had. I think I could just get rid of that. That was like the old thing. Roll of binding. Well, let me minimize some of the junk here. Get rid of some of the noise, right? Entity I don't need that. Work in progress. So where is the tool prism? Because this isn't it. It's not a station. It's not in spell, it's not in plant, it's not in crystal. Am I missing it here? So that's the old arcane station. This is the old nexus. This is what I just changed to. And then we got the debug, we got the mana torch tool. Here it is, here it is. Okay, so I'm going to delete this. And I'm going to delete this. Do a little cleanup. Alright, so now tool, here we go. The scroll of binding. And that's just spawning the particles. I can leave that. Perfect. Perfect. I gotta come down here. Here we go. We'll rename this. Boop. Alright, so that should be what I want. I have too many things open. Alright, let's build and hop in the game. Relabeled. I think I'll test this just to make sure that it came up and it registered fine. And I'll chase the texture another time. I'm tired, and it did not. Entity tool. Oh, entity tool prism. Oh wait, those are the old ones. The old ones are gone. Those are gone. Get rid of all of that. This should be in general. Where would it be? This would be scroll of binding. That's not right. Yeah, see, and it's not. Oh, I have to change the transmutation spell as well. So let's go into the entity for it. Here's the entity. Projectile, transmutation, prism, right? So we are looking for this tool scroll of binding. Let's go ahead and copy that. We're transforming it into an on-state scroll. All right, let's try that again. Son of a biscuit. Did save. I did fireball in. Block code contains tool scroll of binding dash, and it has to contain off. Block scroll of binding dash off. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to. Yeah. I think I'm gonna have my work cut out for me with this. Magic behavior. Oh, I need to. Okay, I am above tier 2. Cool. Scroll of binding type on. Wait, what is this? Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm piggybacking off that. Oh, there is no type anymore. That is what it should turn into. Damn it! Right? It should be get block, asset location, mod with ID, with colon plus tool scroll of binding. I did spell it right? Oh, I didn't put tool in. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. Bet you I have it like everywhere else. Yep, I had tool there, tool there, tool there. I don't want to talk about it. Let's leave the world. Hop back in. Shut down. Please and thank you. Build. Whoops, did not. No, didn't mean to do that. I'm too tired. I want to make sure it properly built. Oops. Build. That's what I want to do. Okay, there we go. That's fine. Oh no, a scroll of binding. What? That never happened. Okay, hop into here. Where is it? Right there. Scroll of binding. Boop. Make it daytime. There we go. There we go. Now it works. Hey, and look at the texture. Yay. Oh, damn it. My mouse is too close to my keyboard. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. Did you already make the conservatory? Oh, yeah. I ended up naming it the Botanical Matrix. Oh, wait, let me... There it is. Let me grab that. This is it over here. So moisture, right? Cold damage. You turn this on. You could use Rusty Dust to activate it too. It creates the localized area around it. And now we have greenhouse effect, and it actually healed the plants as well. So it's its own little bubble. But this is the magic greenhouse. Botanical matrix. That's awesome. I'll be able to tend to my crops during the winter now. Yeah, with magic. This is the maximum range, right? So this is the maximum range you could reach if you have the Celestial Runestone. I just did it to where it's like each one, right? Like kind of this setup is like the Minecraft water, right? You put the water source in, you had 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks that it would hydrate everything. I just did the same kind of thing. So you could stack these. You know, you could like come over here, place another one down. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Till the field. And you could stack your crops. Your crops. Oops. Okay, let's put this back down. So I did notice that it's semi-transparent in the beginning. I'm fine with that. Look at the animation, huh? It's doing just the outer ring. It's not doing the animations inside either. Which, you know what? I'm actually okay with this. You know, this is kind of weird. This is different. This must be the old animation. Because I did one with these kind of lines here, and then this kind of pattern. So I think I copied the wrong things. Which would make sense. What I need to do now is, let's save. Animations are better than earlier in stream. They should be about the same. Right? They should be about the same. I gotta fix this. 1 second here. Oh, textures. No, here we go. So off. I will delete this. We gotta shut down the game. Let's get rid of that. Copy and paste. We'll make this one the off. To rebuild and hop back in. When you initially place this scroll of binding down, the attempt earlier had them sniffling magic dust. Sniffling magic dust? You mean with the weird spinning that they were doing? I don't know. I'm also pretty tired. Oh, it's just the animations were a little hosed there, so that everything else does spin. Hey, there we go. The new scroll of binding. Isn't that just wonderful? Wonderful. Oh, it never saved. Come on, man. Hate when it does that. I know I typed it in. There we go. Now it's in. I actually have 3 different kinds of runes, you know, patterns. I could use all of those patterns. I could have it to where you have a random chance of seeing one of the patterns. That way they don't go to waste. Or I could just hold on to them for like other things that may have like magic circle patterns. Who knows? So let's let that come in. That is the off state, right? So we have the off state. Transmutation activates it. I hate that it just kills me. Right, and then I would... Ah, shoot, man. This isn't what I wanted you to hold this in the offhand. So the scroll of binding was not going to be the damn block. This is why when I'm like, oh, I'm tired, I need to go to bed, I just need to go to bed. I can keep the prism. You can hold the stupid scroll in your hand. Not like that, like a weirdo. But I'll have you hold it in your offhand, and then you'll walk onto the prism and you will, I don't know. Although that's making 2 items. That's making 2 items that you'll have to consume to make this. Should this be world magic? Like a world magic array? What items do I have here? What could I do? Let's see, what could I do? Utility frame, that's kind of weak. Can't place down mana stone. You could use the original prism as a non-consumable world magic array. Get another room in the tower. So, so you're talking about having it just be like a gem that you could put down, and I mean that could, you know, I could do something like that, right? Like after you do the spell, it could just convert it back into an inert, and then you would empower it again, right? And then you could, you know, put your binding scroll in your hand. Are you talking about that? Oh, wait. Oh, a non-consumable world magic array. A non-consumable world magic array. So, you mean like draw it out with magic chalk? There we go. Center point. Like that, and then you transmute it. Yes, all the crafting to make the prism, then you have to power it, still have to stand on it to make it work, and then consume the scroll itself. Yeah, okay, yeah. So going back to, so you like craft the prism. The Prism of Duplication, I can name it. Okay. I like that. And then, it just stays, right? And then you could pick this up, like if I go GM1, right? Yeah, I could break it, and I could just pick it back up. Place it back down. But I would just put the prism back again. Yeah. I like that, actually. I like that idea. Cool. GM2. Alright, everyone. Let's find someone to raid. I'm tired. My eyes hurt. Got a little bit of a headache. I gotta pee. I'm hungry, but I'm going to bed. I have Doritos, too. A bag of Doritos here that have been, like, staring at me this entire stream. And I'm like... who is playing this game? Who do we have? We got 48 viewers? What? Wait. Its tags are horror, survival, and open world. They need to get the horror part out. Drifters are not scary. Like, this is not a horror game. Wrong. Yeah. I don't think so. That's not... Nope. It's not anything. Nothing. Who should we raid? Let's see. 3D modeling looks like they're playing. Blades are already done. Alright, so there's someone. Oh, it's a person that I raided before. Let's try and raid someone else. Ooh. Chickens are slim. Does any... Who do people want to watch? I'll put it out to a vote. Who do people want to watch? No, I was about to raid someone. Hey, welcome in. Hey, Crafty, how's it going? I was just looking at you too. I'm like, I'm gonna raid Crafty if no one says anything. How you doing, everyone? That's all right. Everyone can board this bus. What were I know you were playing Vintage Story. What were you working on? All right, let's refresh now. We all must be getting tired at the same time. So, oh yeah, I see stream ending now. Let's bring it over. So, one person's doing some windmill stuff. Hey, Beef. Trying to make a Night Watcher. Like an NPC Night Watcher? Or like a tower? You know, like a watchtower? Yeah, we'll click on this person. There we go. Yeah, I was working on magic stuff. A lot of brainstorming done. We got, well, it's closer now. You can duplicate spells. But I'm tired, so I kind of messed this up. This is supposed to be a prism. But instead, it became a scroll. So, that's fun. But getting there. We're getting there. And I gotta wake up early. I gotta wake up at 5 a.m. Let's check this person out. They are a little laggy. I don't know. Let's not raid this person here. A little bit of lag there. Who's this? Building the windmill. All right. All right. This person looks better. Jeez. All right. /raid. Oh man! Thank you so much for watching, everyone. It has been a long day. Let me tell you, a long day. There's a mod that is a scarecrow and watches, so there's no big... okay, I got you. I think I've seen that mod. Like, I think it's an entity, right, that it puts down. That's pretty cool. Yeah, you raided me right when I was looking at people to raid, so it's time. It's definitely time for bed. I will be streaming again because I work remotely. I will be streaming again tomorrow instead of driving. So I'll be able to start streaming right after work. We are going to be finishing up the duplication system here, making this look good. Didn't know you were going to raid. Yeah, I'm tired. I got a little bit of a headache going on. It's been a long day. And it's like 10:17 here, and I gotta be up at 5 a.m. and doing stuff. But I do appreciate it. We're gonna give the love to Sammy Less. Sammy Less. I am too. I have to work. Yeah, work. Who needs it? Well, I guess I do, right? I like to get paid. All right, thank you so much. Have a wonderful night, everyone, and I will talk to everyone tomorrow. Bye.